Good evening, and welcome to week 3 of the Traveling Adventures with Mr. Knast. I am Mr. Knast. This is a show all about finding those hidden gems of towns that you could never think you could find before. Like I said, we were in our third week. Week 1, we did the northernmost city in the United States, in Barrow, Alaska. Last week, we did Hola. Good evening, Cora. Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in chat. Last week we did the smallest town in Germany, which was really, really cool to learn about. And then this week I figured we would go to paradise, and I found a town in Puerto Rico called Catano. So we'll give a couple seconds to see who wants to pop in and learn some about Catano. Just like the sound of that, actually. I kind of like the sound of that in the town, like Catano. It sounds just like kind of personable in a way. It's kind of funny, but. How are you doing today, Cora? Hope you had a good day. I had a quiet day at home. Didn't do much. Just recovered from last night because the entertainment late last night was off the hook. But we had a lot of fun last night, so hopefully we can have some more fun tonight because we got not one but 2 shows. We have this show, then Turnbuckle Thursdays, all about wrestling show. Had a nice day. Good. Hopefully did something fun because I didn't do nothing. Like I said, I sat at home all day and relaxed. That was my day off. Try to make a phone call, but of course, when you gotta talk to somebody, nobody's there and so forth. So I said, the hell with it. Just had a very low key, mellow Thursday. That is okay, because I will try calling that person again tomorrow and see what happens. But we're gonna wait, see, like I said, if anyone wants to jump in and join us. Because right now, I believe it's just you in chat, Miss Cora, me and you. So we'll give it a couple minutes. See if anyone wants to join. But yeah. It's always good to have a nice day, though. Trust me. Sometimes it's good to have a nice day, and a quiet day is a nice day as well. Like when you can just sit back, hit the reset button, think about some things, get the small stuff done instead of always trying to jump through hoops to try to get the big stuff done. So that's how I look at it. Give this a share. See if anyone wants to. I like quiet days are good. Yes, absolutely. That is very true. Quiet days are sometimes needed. You sometimes just need those quiet days to hit the reset button so you can just say, hey, I'm gonna catch up on something. Like whether it's be stuff around the house or like what I do the shows, like making new intros, outros, stuff like that. It's just a quiet day, and me, it's a good day. I used to like quiet days at work. Oh, I did too. Absolutely. I liked them as well. Like you had the day to get caught up on things that you couldn't do before. No customers there to bother you. I mean, a quiet day at work is a lot better sometimes than a quiet day at home, if that makes sense. But I'm just dropping the share real quickly. I got you. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see if we can get a couple more people in here. I mean, and then people jump in, like when they spiel, like, oh, wait, what's going on tonight? What's the topic? Stuff like that. So I figured let's wait, see if I can get some more people in here to have some fun. Like we always say, the more people in chat, the better. So, wait a second, let people dive in. We are up to 4. We got one person on YouTube looking. Hi, YouTube. Say good evening. Let us know you're here. Oh, that person on YouTube is no more. But that's okay. People will come and go. I know that. So, like I said, if you do stop and chat, make sure to say hello. Let us know you're here. For you. If not, like I said, we still have Turnbuckle Thursdays tonight. We can just call it a quick show on this one and then drop over there. Well, my cousins. I don't know. I think they were going. I think they had mentioned something about going out for a celebration dinner tonight. Since they didn't really get to enjoy Valentine's Day, we're going to go out for dinner tonight to make up for it. I'm not sure. I really haven't talked to Alan today, so I don't know. I know they're still trying to get adjusted to Miss Grimm's new work schedule, which I understand that is a big change. So you gotta just roll with the punches, honestly, when you have that type of stuff. So we shall see. We shall see. I'll be like a splash. Troy's not here. Jackie's not in chat yet. I don't know what Spawn is. Nobody likes Mr. Knast. That I understand, yeah. We always say life before the show anyway, so maybe he'll be in later tonight. I don't know. We shall see. Hmm? Yes. Don't know who you are. But, yeah, I mean, if not, we'll just roll with the punches and see what we got. And people can jump in as they want. You know how it goes. Corey, we're very welcoming people here, so people who do stop in, thank you very much for joining. Like I said, this is week 3 of Traveling Adventures. It's a show I developed to basically show you different parts of the world that like you may not think about visiting or you haven't visited. Like I've been to Puerto Rico back in 2015, so I can show pictures of my trip from that tonight. As well as we can talk about more towns in Puerto Rico. So, but like we said, we always want people to interact with us in chat. Let us know you're watching. Let us know how you found us, stuff like that. It just makes it more fun and interactive. That's what the value of doing these shows live is. You can do like an interactive chat so people can actually chit chat with you as you're doing the show. Let's see what happens when people were jumping in. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. In worst case scenario, we just do like an hour worth of that show, take a little break, and then come back for our nightcap. I know people should be in for Turnbuckle Thursdays. So let's see. Let me go over to my browser. Let's see. Catano, Puerto Rico. I mean, you can still get Google Maps. Close that out if I can. Yep. Stop seeing. Not interested. Control and zoom. All right, here we go. So let me pull this up so people can see. Share screen and higher screen. All right, let me drop myself down here. Let me catch up on Facebook. There we go. So let's go with this. The town in question tonight is this little guy right here, Catano. We're going to be learning all about Catano tonight, and you can just see where it is in Puerto Rico. It is right along the water. They actually have a Las Vegas section in Puerto Rico. That's pretty cool. So that is the town we will be pulling up. It's Catano, which is not too far from San Juan, because San Juan is right here. So there's a little town to the to the west of San Juan, and then where Mr Knast went was actually over in here. I was in Rio Grande. Unfortunately, the resort I stayed at back then has since been destroyed because of weather. It is a shame because it was a beautiful resort. We were over by the rainforest area, so yeah, you got San Juan right here. So we flew into that airport. We hopped on Highway 3 and went west. No, never. We went east. Sorry, never eat shredded wheat. I always forget that. But so we were over by the rainforest area. We were actually up in this area, up by right on the water. It was actually extremely beautiful. It was a beautiful resort. It's a shame what happened to it. So, but yeah, Rio Grande. There you go. How long did I stay in Puerto Rico for? I was in Puerto Rico for what was it? 6 days and 5 nights. It was right in the beginning of November. It was a beautiful time of year. It was like 84 degrees. It was sunny every day. You could still go swimming. Like I said, we had a private beach at our resort. We had a pool that was open. It was just beautiful. Here, I will pull up pictures and show you. Actually, we'll switch over to here real quick. Go to my profile, albums, Puerto Rico. Don't mind my little breakfast burrito, but there you go. So that was the morning of leaving at the airport. Me and my egg burrito and my bread burrito choice. I don't drink anymore, but I took that as a joke because that is one of the signs at the pools. No topless swimming was allowed. It's kind of funny because you would think most places you would see someone at least trying to do it. That was the postcard from the excursion we booked, which you will see pictures of during the journey. Oh, here's a 360 view out of one of the forts in Old San Juan. Because in San Juan, you can do the tours of the old forts and stuff. So this is looking out into the ocean at one of the forts. You can just see how it's right on the water. You have the whole town on the water. It's absolutely beautiful. Incredible view, too. But all you see is nothing but water. I'll make this one a little bit bigger. We were in the hotel one night. We got bored. We were out all day, so we were just relaxing, watch TV. This is the Spanish version of Wheel of Fortune that airs on the TV down there. Don't ask me to try to pronounce it. I forget what the puzzle was. But yes, that is the Spanish version of Wheel of Fortune. And no, it wasn't Pat Sajak and Vanna White. They have their own down there. So it was two different hosts. It was pretty funny to watch, I'm not going to lie. But I don't remember any of it, unfortunately. So another one. I can skip this one. Okay, let me back that up a little bit. There you go. This is during the rainforest. That is funny. Yeah, oh, yeah, absolutely. We did a drive through the rainforest. This is one of the trails we hopped out on. That is a very young Mr. Knast. On the other side of the bridge, my cousin took this photo for me because my cousin Timmy went with me on the trip. We did like a bros trip. It was a lot of fun actually. We enjoyed it. We needed it. We had been spending a lot of time together, so this was a good way to reset and catch up on things. So it was cool. It was us zip lining, and yep, that is me. This was one of the first lines that you do before you get deeper and deeper into the woods. So I mean, zip lining is not as easy as people make it out to be. I mean, you need a lot of good upper body strength to support yourself on the harness and on the ropes. As people were calling me for that thing, I was known as the show off. Because here I am spinning, twirling, doing like backflips and stuff on the lines. It was kind of funny. So this is one of the other lines deeper into the rainforest. You can see that you come down and almost in on top of the trees, then you come back up. No way would I do zip lining. I said the same thing, but like I said, figured this was 10 years ago, so I was a little bit younger. So I was like, you know what? Let me try this. Let me get a little adventurous. Why not? So I gave it a shot. This is another day. It's a bad picture, but that is me. We actually we did an ATV tour. It was 2 separate days. We did zip lining, jet skiing, San Juan, and then the last day we had to ourselves, we did an ATV tour through the rainforest. Which this is what that's from. Everyone is required to wear a special type of helmet. It has a little plastic thing inside the helmet, so you don't contract lice or nothing like that. So yeah, that is me gearing up for an ATV tour. There's some random photos from the outskirts of the rainforest before we actually dove into it, but that is looking at the coastline from inside the rainforest. What is that? So one of the cemeteries in Old San Juan, there was about 3 or 4 of these, which was interesting because it was right on, like, basically the base of the water that you have all these cemeteries. There's like 4 or 5 cemeteries that big, and they're, like I said, right on the main ocean, which is pretty weird if you ask me. Like, I kind of didn't understand that one, that they would put it so close to the water in case of flooding and stuff like that. So that kind of caught me off guard. This is a really bad picture. I apologize, but that is me, and that is my cousin on the left. So, like I said, we did the trip together. We split it down in the ways. We each had to pay for our flights, but we booked a car rental. We had like I said, resort. And I think the whole trip per person only came to about $900, $950 for the flight, resort, and car rental split. So then, like I said, we just did different excursions. We tried some of the local food. It was a lot of fun. It was different. Again, I apologize for the blurriness. They do get better, I promise. There's a statue in Old San Juan. A lot of walking that day. A lot of walking. This is overlooking the port in Old San Juan. It's a cruise ship. You will see a picture. That was not a bad place. No, not at all. But especially for, like I said, how much we were down there, where we stayed at, and so forth. It was a lot of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I would definitely go back again. It was cool. But San Juan, as many people know who do cruises, actually has a seaport as well. So if you ever hop on a cruise, you can find a place that allows you to take the cruise right up to San Juan. My friends did it a couple years later. So they asked me to scope out the place, tell them what it was all about. And what I will say is San Juan kind of reminds me of a New Orleans. Like the vibes, the party atmosphere, just how the streets were set up. It had that like Bourbon Street feel to it. But of course, not New Orleans, but it was in San Juan. But it just felt like you were in New Orleans. It was pretty cool. Me again. The picture on the trail. Yeah, the two of us pointing to the mountain. I don't know why we did this picture. We were just probably both silly. You were not allowed to drink any type of alcohol, so we were not drunk. I would love to go to New Orleans. I wouldn't mind checking it out. I've heard it can be a nice city, but I've also heard it could be a scary city. So I'm kind of up in the airs about it. I mean, it is on my list, obviously, based off the traveling I do with watching the football games and stuff on the road, which is a lot of fun in itself. So, I mean, I would probably have to go down at least once now that the Eagles won the Super Bowl in New Orleans. So, might make that happen. So, if you look, that's me and my cousin. We jumped off the top of this. So it's not that high, but that water, it actually like sinks. Like so, it looks shallow where we're at, but about 3 steps behind us, it was over our heads. It's like one of those deep, like deep drops that like you're on a ledge and you just step off and like you drop like that. It was pretty cool. So we did some little miniature cliff diving. So that was fun. And the flight coming back into Philly. Let's see. My picture should start somewhere. That's the can't remember if that's leaving San Juan or taking off. I can't remember. Alright, now these pictures should clear up a little bit because these are my photos. And you know how back in the day when you had like an iPhone sending pictures to an Android or vice versa, the pixelation of it just got all out of whack. It was crazy. But now the picture should be a little bit more clearer to see. So this is one of the many fountains that we saw at the resort we stayed at, and I just wanted to snap a picture because it was really beautiful. So, Mr. Knast, and there's the resort we stayed at, Great Malaya Golf Resort in Puerto Rico. So it actually had 3 golf courses on the property. While we were down there, I did not get to play. I wish I did. I think it would have been cool, but we just did other stuff instead. But yeah. That is a very young Mr. Knast. Not much different than I am today, I'm not going to lie. But 2015, so like you figure I was 28 when we went down there. So just a picture of the sign, and you can see like all the different stuff that it had. It had bars, spas, it had an Asian restaurant, authentic Puerto Rican cuisine. All of this was on the property. It was absolutely amazing. Some palm trees. Actually, this is when the storm was rolling in because we did have a thunderstorm one of the nights we were out there. So this is taking pictures of the storm blowing in. So that passed through the hotel rooms. My cousin again. I don't know why I took that picture. This is like the garden section of where all the rooms are. They put in what they look like villas. So it was actually pretty cool, like how it's like the hotel rooms were actually set up. It felt like you were more in a villa than you were in like an actual like hotel. And each room had its own like there's 8 rooms per section. So you had 2 on the bottom, 2 in the bottom corner. Then you walk up a flight of steps, you had 2, and then 2 at the end. So like I said, it kind of looked like little apartments in a way. And this was what they call the garden suite section because you're in like, the middle of the garden. So actually pretty cool how the rooms were set up. We actually wound up having one of the ones towards the back. So we were, I believe, this door right here was ours. So we were the back room in the garden section. So more of the rainforest. These pictures are so out of order. Looking at the rainforest, out of the rainforest again, at the ocean. And let me see. that was my shirt. I'm lazy. I just really enjoy doing nothing. I wish I still had that shirt. So, of course, it's very nice. Yeah, it was. You'll see inside the room. I know there was pictures of it inside the hotel resort room down the road. But yes, I bought that T-shirt just for that trip. That was my vacation shirt, as they call it. Yeah, I wish I still had it. So, and my cousin, he was in front of us. We had a couple. That was pretty cool. We hung out with them for a little bit. They did the double seater to save some money. So this is the stream that we did some cliff diving from. And again, there is the top of like, the cliff itself. So we jumped from up here, and like I said, it just you can kind of see where the rocks are. So this was the shallow end where the mouse cursor is. Right next to these rocks, it drops to about 20 feet. It was nuts. Because in the end, after it rained, like the storm went like right over us, so that going to different directions. Sorry, I forget what this was. I forget this wasn't that cool. It looked like a totem pole. You can see how tall it is. Get the name of it. It was a certain monument. What was it? God, I hate getting old. You can't remember shit. But oh, I forget the name of it. But it is a certain monument that you can walk up and see in San Juan. So I thought that was pretty cool. So, and then they're known for a lot of having cathedrals in San Juan, so they actually leave them open to the public, so you can walk in them and take as many pictures as you want, which I thought was very cool. My bad. So like some of the artwork that you saw in these cathedrals was absolutely amazing. There's more of those too, I promise. El Pico Bar de Tempest. So this was like a bar nightclub scene in San Juan. We didn't stay and hang out, but that is one of the many bars and nightclubs that is located in the city of San Juan itself. So I thought that was pretty cool. Booties was another like bar, like dance club type thing that we just stayed on the outside. But like I said, the roads are cobblestone. So after a while, it does hurt your feet walking on them for as long as we did. So I mean, it was good to stay on the sidewalk as well. He was inside one of the churches. Again, just amazing with all like the old like artwork and stuff like that. That is all in the back of the church, looking towards the front. The stained glass windows were absolutely beautiful. That is married with the Puerto Rican flag. Again, looking towards the ceiling of that cathedral, and it's just astonishing. Like the amount of like hand quality work that went into this place. It was absolutely amazing. See if I can make this a little bit bigger so you can see it a little bit better. There you go. Like that takes some time and dedication to pull off. I mean, that blew me away. And some of these churches have been around since like the 1800s. Again, looking at the altar, just unbelievable. I forget who this guy was. He was also very important down there. I forget exactly who it was, but they had a whole shrine for him. So pretty interesting. All right, let's try to get back out here. There you go. There's the outside of that cathedral. You can just see how old and like vintage it is. I mean, I think they said that one was around. I think this one specifically was around since 1796, if I remember correctly. I actually just taken a bunch of pictures from my mom to share with her. I mean, I knew she's really big into that type of stuff, so I thought that was pretty cool. Oh, this Again, can't really get zoom in too far. Yeah. Can't read it anyway, even if I tried zooming in. But another statue in the old San Juan. There's the port for the cruise line, like I was telling you. The cruise line was coming right into port. We actually in San Juan the day a cruise ship was coming into port, which was really cool to see in person how they maneuver it, how they park the ship. It was pretty cool. All in all, great day in San Juan. And when you see one of these up close, like holy crap, they are huge. I believe that was a carnival. My cousin again. He was inside one of the forts, looking out from like one of the top decks of the fort. This is one of the main roads in San Juan. I had sent this to my friends because this is what kind of reminded me of New Orleans. Like you got the close buildings with the very narrow street. So like I said, it kind of felt like a Bourbon Street. Like I mean, I don't know if you can I would agree with that statement or not, but like just looking how the stores were signed like lined up and set up like really tight side to side with the little street in between. I was like, man, this feels like Bourbon Street. And most of these were like all souvenir shops, authentic Puerto Rico clothing and stuff like that. So I just snapped a photo and sent that to my friends because they were asking about it. Here's one of the roads leading up to one of the forts. Like you actually park back. Yes, you were very cool. I mean, like I said, it had that Bourbon Street vibe to it too. It was like music playing, people dancing in the streets. It was a lot of fun. But this is a picture of leading up to one of the forts. As you see in the distance, that is one of the forts. So you actually park a ways back, or you can park down here, and you actually wind up parking inside the fort. So I thought that was pretty cool. And again, right on the ocean as well. There's that weird cemetery I was telling you about. Again, weird how they have it section like cordoned off like that, but like I said, right on the ocean. I thought that was weird. I didn't go in the cemetery per se, but some people were telling me that there were grave sites back in there from the 1800s. What was this? Okay, I know what this was. This was the original hotel I had booked because I had talked about going to Puerto Rico before. Me and my cousin had agreed to split the cost on it. And it goes, what? This was the original hotel I found. That like you literally walk out of the hotel, 2 steps to your left was you're on a beach. So it would have been like a beachfront property, but then like I said, I had changed my course of plan, but that was the original hotel I had booked. And the proximity to the beach, like you literally walk out that front door, walk down a flight of steps, take 2 steps to your left, and you're right on the beach. He was leaving one of the forts, so you can, like I said, narrow road going in and then a narrow road going out. That can be really tight for even two cars to pass side by side on. So it's kind of eerie when you're not used to people driving down there, but we may do. Inside the fort, it's a little courtyard looking out at all the different staterooms they had and all that fun stuff. So very cool to see. If you like history, like what any type of war history and all that, if you ever have a chance to tour old forts, I would highly recommend it. And it's a lot of fun. We started going up in the fort a little bit, so that's looking out at the city of San Juan, Old San Juan, because you got San Juan, then you have Old San Juan. So the town's split in two. One is more historical than the other. I don't know why they do that, but I mean, a very close up picture of Mr. Knast. Sorry about that. And looking at one of the bunkers. So that's another fort down here in the distance. They had forts all lined along the ocean, which was really cool. You can see this is like where the soldiers would sleep. They all had take shifts going up these steps, which would be little peek in the wall, so you could look out for like enemy ships and stuff like that. But this was their sleeping quarters. Looking out at port side of San Juan, so there's the port. Yeah, so I mean, the cruise ship like literally drops you off right at the port, which was really cool. And like I said, it was absolutely beautiful weather, 80 degrees, 85 degrees every day. Couldn't ask for better weather down there. Long way down, I will say that. So if you're a little skeptical about heights, looking down will give you a little bit of vertigo at first, but you adapt to it. Yes. That's just a giant like yard within the fort. People just walk around, take pictures of. There was a lot of different tour groups there that day, so that's all the people that you see. Plus, like I said, San Juan is a very popular tourist attraction. So all these are just pictures out looking out of the port. So again, I was just memorized by the size of that cruise ship and how big it was. And then this guy was cool. That is a normal size iguana that you would see down here. And what was cool about it, like these, they blend in. So like you will see them 1 minute and you'll see them, then you will appear again. He like camouflage. But they had a bunch of these on all the ports we visited, and this was just the one that was sitting there at the time, so I was able to get a picture of them. But like these things were massive. You see in person, it's like wow, he's a big baby. Yes, we didn't mess with it. We didn't try to pet it or anything like that. They tell you to stay like just let them do their thing. They won't bother you if you don't bother them. But yeah, they blend in. So like he'll step off this, and then you won't be able to see him because he stays green and he wanders around the grass, so he's like camouflage, like blends in. You don't see him again until he comes up here and the color lightens up. It was weird, but they were big. What is it? That is the Luis Mendoza International Airport in San Juan. That is how close this is driving along the highway. You can actually pull over to the side of the road and watch planes come in and take off. It was pretty cool. You can do it right on the highway. All right, back to the resort, which is just like one of the venues. It was really a giant venue, and it was really known for having like weddings and stuff like that. So if you ever thought about getting married in paradise, this venue would have been breathtaking. I'm telling you. All right, again, hey, my WrestleMania shirt. There you go. And if you look in the distance, we have jet skis. We rented jet skis for a couple hours. Oddly enough, though, which was cool about this day, we rented the jet skis, and the guy we rented it from had just moved down to Puerto Rico not too long before we got down there. Because a lot of people move down there to start their own business. They want to be entrepreneurs. They want to start their own thing. So he wanted to start a jet ski rental business. Wouldn't you know, he was from New Jersey. So he's like, "Oh, where you guys from?" Blah, blah, blah. We start talking to him. We said we came from New Jersey. He said, "Oh, I'm gonna hook you up." So usually it's $90 for 90 minutes. Plus you have a little like 20-minute course that he goes over all the safety precautions, make sure you know what you're doing, stuff like that. And then you have basically an hour to yourself to just roam around, do whatever you want. Well, we said we were from Jersey. He charged us that 90-minute rate, but gave us 3 hours. So we were out jet skiing for about 2.5 hours by ourselves. And I almost got killed at least twice. But so he gave us a little bit of a deal. I thought it was really cool. And you can see how crystal clear that water is behind us, and like you're out in the middle of the ocean. It's just you and that machine. Like, yeah, yeah. Liquor core, trim, water rentals, and tours. So you could actually book a tour with him as well if you wanted to have him be your tour guide. He would take you on different spots around the island and stuff. It's all really, really cool. I mean, I just found that out from the resort we were staying at. That's where you see Marie Graham Marai. She had handed us this from the front desk, wrote her name on it, said, "Here, go find this guy, tell him you're staying here, and we'll take care of you." So that was pretty cool. There was just three. We had one other person with us who didn't want a picture to take it with us, but there's the jet skis off in the distance, and like I said, just nothing but blue water. It was absolutely breathtaking and beautiful the whole day. All right, back to the room. This is looking out of a hotel room. This is why they call it a garden room, because you're, like I said, smack down in the middle of a garden, pretty much. So I thought that was really cool. One of the many golf courses on the property. Like I said, mad I didn't get a chance to play, but still absolutely beautiful to take. You could rent your own clubs. You could bring your own clubs, or they allowed you to rent clubs if you were down there vacationing or whatever. And I think it was only like $150 for 18 holes in clubs. So it would have been worth the money, don't get me wrong, but we had other stuff we wanted to do. More of the golf courses. One of the three pools our resort had. You have the cabanas and all that you can relax on, choose. Ooh, roadside homemade empanadas. That's what these were did. So when we were in the rainforest just driving around, after we did zip line, we saw this stand on the side of the road. So we have when you're a tourist, you have to stop and try it, and that's what we did. They were homemade, deep fried, right on the side of the road, and they were delicious. I think I got chicken and beef on the one, and then just regular chicken on the other one, but they were beautiful. But yeah, you just watch them deep fry them, all that. Like he was a stand, and then right behind him was nothing but the rainforest. So he's literally in the middle of the rainforest doing this business and probably making a killing too. So I don't know if Corey likes empanadas or not, but homemade and authentic, oh yeah, sign me up. Another picture inside the rainforest, looking up at the mountain. La Coco Falls viewing area, El Lagook National Forest. No? It can't hurt to try something new, that's all I would say. My cousin, one of the many waterfalls that is in the rainforest behind him. At this point, he's like, "Oh, you take the damn picture." Like my cousin's like me. He's not very photogenic. He doesn't like being in front of a camera. So yeah, a lot of these pictures that you looking at, he did have fun, but he's like, "Okay, just take the damn picture." So Rudy National, it's just a short trail, and that's what it's known for. He was an entrance to the short trail around the Grandel Big Pool, which we'll see in another one. Was it which behind the dam you see ahead, depending on recent weather, water may be plunging, so forth. So basically, I will eat tacos. There you go. But like the Puerto Rico is known for having multiple dams as to fuel the water supply. So I mean, that's all this was really, was just a sign telling us what it was. And that's what it was. It was a dam. So the water was they said actually a little higher than normal because it had rained recently. So that causes the water to rise, and then that's where you get some of the waterfalls from. Hey, look, it's me again. I haven't changed that much, I gotta say. Bale Grande. I believe this is what those pictures were just at. The Casa Bonoro, it was a construction of the bathhouse. Okay. So, yes, there was a bathhouse on property, so that's what this was. And that is all just the different trails you can take in the rainforest, which is really big. I can't exactly remember what one we took, but we didn't take a long one. We just took the easy one just to see what it was all about. Me again. Yes, wearing my Eagle shirt. You have to represent when you go in. Anytime you travel, you have to represent your team. My cousin on one of the bridges. I actually got him smiling that one. I don't know how, but don't ask me. That is one of the viewing towers. They call them lookout towers down there because it oversees the waterways. So in the rainforest, where you can see out to the coast in them, but the public can walk up in them. And pretty cool. They look like standalone castles. Not gonna lie. These these sunglasses you see me wearing are now somewhere in the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. I had wore these while we were jet skiing, and let's just say I didn't come back with them. So they flew off. They were somewhere in the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean outside of Puerto Rico somewhere. So if you ever go deep dive swimming and you find them, let me know. That is the lobby of the resort we stayed at. It was an open air lobby. So you pull up, this is the check-in desk behind all of this stuff. And then back here we would go to your rooms and stuff. They have different stores, restaurants, and all that stuff right on property itself too, which was really cool. Us after we did zip lining, 1933. The years they were made. Okay, why do we have number 33 on? My selfie looking out at the water from the resort. Like I said, I felt like we had our own private beach. It was really nice. More views of the water from. This is the beach down by where we did the jet skiing. I did this, which was really cool. I was really surprised that it didn't seem like it was really that many touristy people for the time of year we went, because they said that is actually one of the better times to go. You're not in hurricane season. The weather's so nice. So the rooms at night. That is where most of the weddings would take place at the resort, which I thought was very cool, very beautiful. Me at the resort again. I thought this picture was cool. That's me taking my cousin in the sunset, getting ready to go down, but we were down by the beach, so I thought that picture was really cool. Here is the hotel room, two double beds. You had the nice bathroom, TV. This was the plane ride in, and leaving Philly. So there you go. That is my trip to Puerto Rico in 2015. 2015. I mean, definitely worth the trip. I mean, we definitely thoroughly enjoyed it. It was definitely worth experiencing it at least once, taking the time to go down and check it out. So if you've never been to Puerto Rico itself, I would highly recommend it. Let's see. Control. Let's see. I remember it was showing up that way. I think they renamed it. I forget the name of it now, though. Cocoa Beach. What was the name of them? Is it this one? Kiteboarding, no, that wasn't around us. Thank you, Core. This might have been it. Let me see. Hold on. I gotta tell you about a satellite view. Hold on. No, not that one. It's just a shame that most of this, many, many years ago, I think I want to say 2018 or 2019, most of this island got ravished. I mean, it is a prone spot for hurricanes, unfortunately. So, like I said, the resort we were staying at actually got ruined by a hurricane, which it sucks. It's a tragedy. It's people's livelihoods. These chefs, these butlers, everything that you can think of, all now are jobless. Let's see. So this is the beach. I remember that. Wyndham. Yeah, I haven't seen because they're San Juan. So yeah, we had to be over here somewhere. Damn. See, the problem is also hurricanes are very nasty. Absolutely. Hello, Mr. Evans. Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping in and saying hello. We were just talking about my trip to Puerto Rico a couple years back. So hope you had a good day, sir. Nice to see you. So we are going to dive into Catano, which again is one of the small towns in Puerto Rico. So welcome in, Troy. Thanks for joining in on the fun. He is for Catano, Puerto Rico. Catano. Look at that. 83 tomorrow, 84 Friday, and then 81. It's been okay? Good. Nothing wrong with a quiet day, sir, right? So Catano is a town and municipality on the northeastern coast of Puerto Rico. It is west of capital San Juan, east of Torre Vaja, north of Baymont and Ganabo, and south of San Juan Bay. So it's part of the San Juan metropolitan area. So I guess you can say it's like the outskirts, a little bit of San Juan. Fernando de Cattaneo was chosen to offer his medical services in Puerto Rico after Francisco Bahamande de Luego's tenure as governor of Puerto Rico. Nope, wrong button. He was one of the first physicians who arrived in Puerto Rico during its colonization. So this is dating back all the way to the 1500s. So it has its own flag, coat of arms again. In the middle of the 19th century, a ferry company was founded to facilitate the transportation of merchandise and passengers through San Juan Bay. This spurred a growth in the population of Catano, transforming it into one of the most populous railroads of Baymont. Their attempts to separate themselves from Baymont in 1839 were unsuccessful. It wasn't until 1927 Catano was officially declared a municipality with the name Hato de Palms de Catano, which over time was simply shortened to Catano. So it took a while for it to actually separate from the government rule to become its own little bureau. So it's the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico and settled late 17th century, founded July 1st, 1927. It's named for Hernando de Cattaneo. So the town itself is only a little over 7 square miles, 18.23 kilometers, 4.8 square miles of land, and 2.21 square miles of water. So almost a 50-50 split. Total population as of 2020, 23,155. So actually a lot more people than I thought there would be for 7 square miles. That sounds like a pretty decent amount of people. UTC-AST. Believe that means they were 1 hour ahead of us. Zip code 00962. Yeah, the houses are mostly in the slums. I can bring that up, make that a little bit better. I just couldn't imagine living like that. I don't know if anyone else could, but like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like a nice spot to live. Ooh, here you go. Here's part of the town, I guess. Not bad. Houses are really close together. Yep, but Bacardi is founded down there. That is right. I forgot about that. Casa Bacardi. House of Bacardi. Yeah, I mean, Puerto Rico is known for manufacturing a lot of rum, actually, so. Casa Bacardi. There's the Bacardi factory. There you go. Now you find out where Bacardi comes from. Cattaneo, Puerto Rico. That's why looking down at the town. From a plane coming into San Juan. Really densely populated. Look at that. It's like, I can't zoom in. Can I? Nope. Nope. Too much. Nope. I ruined it. Oh, crap. What did I do? Back up. I ruined it. What did I do? But that just seems like an awfully dense population in that small of an area. Let's like go. I'm guessing you're looking towards San Juan from this picture. I don't know if that is, so I won't show the picture. Again, the Bacardi factory. I actually, it might be a church. Interesting. Oh, sorry, no nudity on the show. Sorry, block the ribs. I don't look at that bad of a place, honestly. Oh, what I do? I mean, water access, nice and easy. Jump, skip, and a walk through San Juan. Go to one and the flag. And that shows you where it is. Alright, let's see what else we can find out about Catano. Catano, Puerto Rico. Let's see. Let's do the kids' encyclopedia. Let's see what we can find. Catano, Quebec for kids. So we already covered all of that. We did the history already. Catano consists of mostly flat plains that belong to the northern region of Puerto Rico. The northern shore falls on the San Juan Bay of the Atlantic Ocean. Located in Catano, number of river streams named after and unnamed creeks and channels, including Cano la Morara, Rio de Bamon, and Rio Hernando. Let's see. Catano is divided into only two boroughs: Catano, Borough, Pueblo, and Palms. So I'm guessing boroughs is another word for like bureaus. So you basically splitting the town into two. Boroughs which are complementary times roughly compared to minor civilian divisions are further subdivided into small areas called sectors. The type of sectors may vary from normally sector to urbanization to Roberto to Barrera to residential, among others. Interesting. I say that 5 times fast. Let's see. So that just basically says what the sectors are. Catano celebrates its patron saint festival in July. The Fiestas Patronas de Nuestra Señora del Carmen is a religious and cultural celebration that generally features parades, games, artisans, amusement rides, regional food, and live entertainment. One of the main tourist attractions in Catano is the boardwalk or tabato that commands a view of the San Juan Bay, including views of Fort San Felipe del Morro on the opposing side. There were several monuments and sculptures along the boardwalk, including a monument to Tinino culture called India Tanina. The Bacardi Distillery offers tours of its facilities to visitors who want to learn about the rum manufacturing industry in the island and the Caribbean. So, again, Casa Bacardi is known as the House of Bacardi. To stimulate local tourism, the Puerto Rican tourism country launched a Roy Turisto touring campaign. With a passport book and website, the Catano page lists Lacha de Catano, Melcon de Catano, and Casa Bacardi as places of interest. The town gained notoriety in 1998 when Mayor Edwin Rivera Serra traveled to Russia and acquired a huge statue of Christopher Columbus called Birth of the New World. Transportation of the statue cost from Russia to Catano cost $2.4 million. Wow! After arriving on the island at 2700, bronze pieces of the statue were scattered in the terrain awaiting for funds for the project, but Riviera Serra was unable to gamble enough public support or funding for it. The statue was installed in Archinabo. I guess that's how you pronounce that. Very interesting. Let's see. Catano had a number of professional sports teams, and there are several important sports facilities located in the town, including the Puerto Zapita Stadium, the Pedro Rodriguez Gaya Boxing Coliseum, and the Cosme Benita Salmo Coliseum. Okay, interesting. Due to the location, Catano has always played an important role as a port to the island. Fishing has been the main source of economy for centuries. Bacardi, one of the largest rum manufacturers of the world, has a distillery in Catano. So you got fish and you got rum. Where'd the rum go? Other industries established in town are refineries, commerce companies, transport, and logistics, amongst others. So you can either go fish for a living, or you could go distill rum for a living. That's tough. That's a tough decision to make. I don't know. Let's see. Despite the small size, Catano has a large population when compared to the municipalities of similar areas. This is perhaps due to the location of near the capital, San Juan. So the population, according to in 2000 was 30,000, with a population density of 2,322.1. So basically, over 2,000 people, or do both. There you go. That works too. Yes, you can also do both. But per 1 square mile, you had about 6,000 people per 1 square mile. That's tight quarters. Whew. That's crazy. So it actually dropped off if you look. So it was founded in 1930 was the first consensus, 8,500 by 1940 up to 9,700. Then jumps up to almost 20,000 in 10 years. Wow. That's a jump in the population. Holy shit. And it looks like it peaked in 1990 at 34,587. And now the last consensus, which we should be getting a new one out soon, has it down to 23,000. The whole Puerto Rico's population mainly Mulatto of African and European descent. So these numbers are according to the 2000s consensus. 68% were white, 7.6 were Black African American, Alaska Native American Indian, 0.8 Asian, 0.2 Native Hawaiian. Only 7 people. Wow, gotta get that population up a little bit. The Minnesota has an official flag and coat of arms. Let's see. The flag consists of 9 horizontal stripes, 4 blue and 5 white stripes. Subtitling for the silver coat on the coat of arms, a white and green banner traversed diagonally to drape in all its extension from the upper hoist to the lower fly. The green color represents the palm trees that also present in the coat of arms. The flag was officially adopted during Jose Alvarez Burnett tenure as mayor on September 5th, 1974. The coat of arms, blah, blah, blah. The colors in the flag represent the coat of arms of the family of Don Hernando de Cattaneo. So the coat of arms represents the founder of the town and his family. Pretty cool. And Hidalgo, who the town owes its name, the color silver represents notability, and the color blue was used by Hidalgos on their armories. It symbolizes royalty and serenity. On top of the coat of arms, there's a crown with 3 towers distant of other coat of arms. The coat itself is surrounded by 2 green palm trees, an allusion to one of the original names of the towns, Cato de los Pomos de Cattaneo. So it kind of ties like an homage to its beginnings a little bit. Pretty cool. Aside from its name, the word from its original owner, Cattaneo, has several nicknames. The city is known as La Anisel de la Capital, the foil of the capital, because of its location across the bay from the capital city of San Juan in the 1960s. The residents of Cattaneo jokingly call it Bengato Town because of its Bengato Town because of its many muddy streets and shacks built on stilts over tidal flats. Interesting. Cattaneo has several public and private schools. Puerto Rico Highway 22 provides access to Cattaneo from San Juan or other adjacent towns like Atlantis Island, blah, blah, blah. You can get taxis around town. There you go. Hop in a taxi. Taxi! Taxi! Cattaneo also has a ferry service known as La Lancha de Cattaneo, or the Ferry of Cattaneo. La Lancha de Cattaneo. There you go. I'm getting the Spanish down pat. Let's go. The ferry service, which has begun working since 1853, operates a 5-minute harbor ride between Cattaneo and Old San Juan and vice versa daily. There's a large ferry terminal at Cattaneo, and tourists can enjoy the view of Castillo del Morro and the large cruise ships docked at Old San Juan terminal during its journey. There are 16 bridges in Cattaneo. Wow! So think about that. You got 7 square miles worth of town, okay? And you have 16 bridges in that town alone. How do you fit 16 bridges within 7 miles? Is it just me, or does that just seem absurd? So area view, northeastern Cattaneo. So that was this up here I had tried to show. View of San Juan Bay. Indian Tanina. Right? That seems like a lot of bridges for a small little municipal town of 7 miles. 16 bridges. That's crazy. What else can we find out with this? Cattaneo, located on the northeastern coast of Puerto Rico, is known as the antechamber of the capital and is the smallest town in Puerto Rico. So Cattaneo is, despite having over 20,000 people and 7 square miles, it is the smallest town in Puerto Rico. It offers a gateway to some of Puerto Rico's most captivating attractions, including the waterfront with breathtaking views of San Juan and nearby natural parks. Whether you're a history buff or a food connoisseur or a nature lover or seeking unique experiences, Cattaneo has something to cater for every your Catano has something to cater to your every interest. There you go. It is the smallest town in Puerto Rico. The town that refused to die. It's just a little bit bigger. Catano is known as the antechamber of the capital, the town that refused to die, the forgotten town, the crab catcher's town, and the ferry rider's town. It is the smallest town in Puerto Rico. The patron saints festival is held in honor of Our Lady Mount Carmel. There you go. Let's see. The most important natural resources include the Las Casas Marsh and port of San Juan Harbor. So we went over what was covered. So, well, that says the square mile. Well, that's the land, 5 square miles. That seems really small. The town was divided originally into 2 districts, boroughs, the town of Catano and Palms. Today it numbers the 10 districts, urbanizations, and sectors following the list. So originally it was divided into 2. So you had one section and you had another one. Now they're saying it has been since divided into 10 districts. You have the town of Catano, Palms, Juana, Metos, Chichuelas, Las Vegas. So you can say you're going to Catano, Puerto Rico, and you can stay in Las Vegas. See? Las Vegas. Yeah, I am blocking this. Let me shoot that over. There you go. Pino Blanco, Pa, Villa El Moro, Marina Baja, and Bayview. So this is the 2020. Palmas had over 25,000 people compared to Catano Pueblo, only 4,600 people. That's all in Spanish. Average weekly salary. There you go. This is something we haven't seen before. As of 1998, so this is a little outdated, the average weekly salary was only $377. Could you imagine that? I couldn't. I mean, that would be really tough to live on. I mean, I get it, you're in different areas, but like that just seems like it's like a very little amount, and the fact that you would have to live off that is nuts. Gary, hello. Welcome to Catano, Puerto Rico. Nice to see you, sir. How you been? How you doing? How you living? But the economy, refinery, commerce, distribution, manufacturing, rum distillery. Gary, the town we've been talking about, Catano, is one of the founders of Bacardi rum. Where'd the rum go? Well, according to this, it went to Catano, Puerto Rico. I'm good. Are you sure? I'm good. And why did I get this?
What the fuck?
But I'm glad you're doing good, sir. Welcome in. Thank you for stopping in tonight. Always a pleasure to see you. There's a flag. A lot of the towns we've been doing lately have its own flag and its own coat of arms, which is pretty weird. So let's see. Places to visit: Old City Hall, New City Hall, municipal government, blah, blah, blah. Bacardi Rum Factory. Where'd the rum go? Seaside, Monument, Portside, Promenade. gives you a couple different parishes. Cattaneo Pyramid. I have to look that one up real quick. That sounds intriguing. Fisherman's Village, okay. And then events, we have the distribution of the Three Kings. Cattaneo Carnival, Mother's Day, Father's Day, St. John's Eve, Patron Saint Festival, Cross Harbor Swim. They have a greased pole event in July. Interesting. Fisherman's Gathering, a chalk festival, the Dominical Albanese Marathon in September, Fair of the Americas in October, Christmas lights in November, and poetry and music on the town square second Friday of every month. This sounds a little hopping in place. I like this. I want to look this up. Cattaneo Pyramid. So we're going to make this small real quick. I'm curious to know what this is. Hold on. Oh, check this out. That is the Pyramid of Cattaneo. That is actually really cool. Right on the waters, they can out look into the water. Really stylish too, if you ask me. Am I the only one that's right? It's something different. Normally, yeah, you see pyramids in, like Egypt and stuff like that, but like to actually notice is in Puerto Rico, I think that's what makes it unique. And it looks like you can walk in and see it. That's pretty cool. You have an observation deck at the top. Just these couple pictures, I guess. Let's back out of this. Go back over to here. Yeah, Pyramid de Cananeo. That is very, very cool. Looks like it's abandoned, actually. Here's this hat. Fast forward a little bit. Definitely looks abandoned. Spawn is in chat. I've been busy since I got home. All good stuff. Welcome in. We're just talking about Cataneo, Puerto Rico. Sounds like he's saying the homeless live here because they have nowhere else to go. That's a shame to let something like that get ruined. Yeah, they got all chained up and locked up. So that's pretty cool. That is pretty sharp, though. Yeah. Like I said, you have a nice view of the port and Old San Juan. That's pretty short. Let's check this out real quick. Well, Catano, which we found out tonight is the smallest town in Puerto Rico. You know, it has almost 20,000 people who live there. So, I mean, it's pretty short. Here, I will put myself down. Caento or something. When you get around to it, I know you're busy. Give us a tour and what the weather is like over in Puerto Rico. All right, I will pull up what this town's weather is right now. This is actually a tour, a video tour of Catano. So in the distance, you see San Juan. So that's old San Juan, and this is the town next to it. That's the old San Juan. So that is the forts and stuff like that. So this must be what they call the boardwalk. So if you heard her, she's saying it was actually a library when it was first built, and now it is a place for artists to go and do their work. Yep, there's the port in San Juan with all the different cruise ships. Guy making his money, gotta go do some fishing. I like when people do videos like this because it shows you what this town is all about. Maravilla. That's a little bit. He doesn't leave this map. I will say that. Casa Bacardi, the house of rum. Where'd the rum go? Oh, it's a big short. Look at that. That's a factory. Oh, that's a large electrical power plant. That is how to get the power out of Mr. Freeman. Thank you for your loyal tour. You didn't teach us much, but we appreciate you. Yep. So Gary is asking what the weather is like, right? So Gary wants to know what the weather is like. Let's go back over here. Back one more. There we go. AccuWeather. So like I said, since we were talking about Catano, we will pull up the weather for Catano. Uh-oh. What do I do? No, yeah, this. What is this? Let's see. Catano. So Gary, you want to know what the weather is like. Right now in Catano, Puerto Rico. It is 78 degrees and feels like 80. Ah, one can dream. One can dream. I know Gary likes that type of weather. So there you go. That is the weather. Let's see. Mid high 70s for sleeping weather. That's fairly comfortable. Tomorrow you have 84 with a low of 73. Pleasant. 83 on Saturday. 84 on Sunday. So yeah, all 80s. There you go, Gary. That is your kind of weather, sir. You could ride your bike every day if you wanted to. Because after all, you're all in paradise. Yeah, nice. And right now, so let's just double check something. Like I said, I'm pretty sure. Let's see, hold on. Who's this? Okay, so this says 10 o'clock. So they are, I believe. Let's see. Yes, so they are actually 1 hour ahead of us. So that they don't. I believe they don't observe daylight savings. So their clocks never fall back, swing ahead. So they are 1 hour ahead of us. So right now it is 9:33 p.m. in Catano. So you're looking at 1 hour time difference, which is not bad. It's a lot better than some places that we can go and explore during the show. So 1 hour really doesn't throw me off too much. Now you talk 2 or 3 hours, that's a different story. I know somebody who recently went to New Zealand. They were 17 hours ahead of us. That would screw me up. If you're wondering what time zone is Puerto Rico, it follows the Atlantic Standard Time, Puerto Rico's Caribbean island time zone. Remains consistent throughout the year, making it ideal destination for travelers looking for stability in their scheduling. So they do not observe daylight savings time. It stays the same all year round, which I know a lot of people have been fighting about here in the States to do away with daylight savings time. And to answer your question, do you need a passport to go to Puerto Rico? No. You do not need a passport to travel to Puerto Rico if you are a U.S. citizen. But a lot of places now are asking for travel visas to be established. But you do not need a physical passport to visit the island of Puerto Rico because it is considered a U.S. territory. So you can go down there and not worry about a thing. As you can see my background too. Hold on. So I mean that is the lovely smallish. I mean, I would say I can't say it's that tiny, 7 square miles, but smallest town in Puerto Rico. I mean, that we learned about our trip to Puerto Rico in 2015. So if you go back and watch the first half of the show, you will see my photo album from that trip. It was a lot of fun. So, I mean, yeah, it's fun when you do stuff like this. I mean, I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, and I get it, but like you get to learn about different cultures, different type of places, and stuff like that. So, like we've done, you figure now, Alaska, town in Alaska. We've done Germany. We've done Puerto Rico. Like I open it up to the chat. Is there a specific place or country that you would like to visit next week if we do the show again? I mean, like I said, we're always changing stuff out. So now you guys in chat, there was 4 of you. Now is your chance to offer up suggestions where you would like to go. Like I said, we like to try we can do different countries. We can do a specific country. I know Cora had suggested Germany the 1 week. So that's when we did Arnis, Germany, which is the smallest town in Germany. Now we've done the smallest town in Puerto Rico. So, I mean, it's up to you guys. I will put the comment in chat. And if you just pick a country, I will find the smallest town in that country to do. And yes, they do have better weather than we do. That is very true. So, where is the next place you'd like to visit? That is the question I am asking people in chat. So, if you're here, having any suggestions, please feel free. And if I have to learn some type of new language, I will try my best to do so. I think I did the Spanish pretty good. I'm not going to lie. Not the best, but it could have been a lot worse. So, see if anyone has any suggestions. If Gary has a suggestion, Spawn, Cora, this is your chance to hit the 4 running. I mean, I know Steph had suggested Puerto Rico last week, so maybe Gary has a suggestion. Like I said, it could be a country, and I will find like the smallest town in that country. You'd let me know. Don't be bashful. Like I said, all these shows rely on you guys. If not, I'll just do a random pick. Gary's thinking. Like I said, even if you just put like a country down, I will find what's the smallest place in that country. So again, it is up to you guys. Troy Stain, Texas. Okay. Mr. Evans is back. Let's see. Guerrera. That is the name of the city. So let's pull this up real quick. Gary says Iceland. Another good one. Now, if I do these towns, though, you guys have to be present in chat to do it. You guys pick these places. You have to be in the chat the night we do these shows. So here is Troy's pick for Texas. I found the smallest unincorporated town in Texas, and here it is. Guerrera is an unincorporated community and consensus designated place in Jim Hogg County, Texas. The population was 3. Yes, you were seeing that correct. 3. total people live in this town as of the 2020 consensus. So that is the smallest town in Texas. So we can see what we can find of Guerrero, Texas for next week if that's what you want. If not, Troy, I will hold off on that and we will find something in Iceland. You pick. So let me give the option real quick. So there is your choices. Do Iceland for Gary next week, all right? Because I had just I was just gonna pull this up. Small town in Texas or small town in Iceland? Again, the choice is yours. So Troy saying do the small town, do Iceland for Gary next week. All right. So let's see. Okay then. Mojo I Jor the what? I think that's how you spell it. See if there is a way that they have this. Let's see. Or Northwoods. So all right. We will do ice. We will hold this up real quick so people can see it. But this is the smallest village in Iceland. And this is how you can kind of try to say it. Good luck pronouncing that. But it's Narrow Forge is a village of 7 people in East Iceland, sitting on a forge of the same name. It is part of the municipality of Fordro Ebabia Gogol. There you go. Hey, I'm fashionably late. It's all good. We have another show after this. We were just finishing up Puerto Rico for the evening. We did the small town of Catano. We talked about my trip in Puerto Rico in 2015, and now we had just decided we were going to do a small village in Iceland next week. So this is where we are headed. A small little village. So this should be a lot of fun to learn about because it looks like it's going to be a lot of hard pronunciation words to pronounce, but we will do it. We will get this done. No, I'm not doing New Jersey. You picked Iceland, sir. We're sticking with this one. Sorry. The beaches do a great what? Puerto Rico? Absolutely. But yeah, I mean, we will dive into this next week. But it's the smallest village in Iceland. Wow, jumped up to 8 people on this one. Now I'm going to pose another question for you guys in chat. So I need you to give me an answer. So let's stop sharing this real quick. Pull me back up. Hello. Just joking. Okay, fair enough. Here you go. Is the question for you guys. So we just roll over into Turnbuckle Tuesday, or should we take a break and come back? I would leave that up to you guys. Yeah, right. I was just about to say 8 viewers. Let's get the chat popping, guys. That is very true. Troy saying take a break and come back. That's one. It won't be that long of a break, maybe 5 minutes tops. It would just be ending this show and then catching my breath and jumping into Turnbuckle Thursday. So it is up to you guys. Any which way, I would be running the intro for Turnbuckle Thursdays, and we would go from there. I mean, it's up to you guys. Okay, so let's take a break. All right, that's two. Are you guys gonna come up to you? Chris, that fair enough. All right, let me end this one. We're gonna take a little bit of a break. I gotta go downstairs get my drink. When you do these shows, sometimes by yourself, it can get very dry in the mouth. But Turnbuckle Thursday will start, say, about 5-10 minutes. So to all 7 of you who are in here now, hopefully you will come back for the second part of the Thursday doubleheader that we don't normally do. But with how my work schedule fell, we had to change some things up this week. Who knows? Maybe we'll see a sighting of Grim in chat. You never know. Again, like I said, I don't know where he is. I'm not going to really bother them, but whatever you choose. Well, then I will be back in a couple of minutes. So please don't go anywhere. We will end this show. Maybe I will. What do you want to do, Troy? It's up to you. But we're going to end this one and come back in roughly 10 minutes for Turnbuckle Thursday. And we can dive into some good old wrestling talk. Yes, I remember last night that as well. That's why I'm not bothering them. If they're having a good night out, they deserve it. But, Jackie, you better be ready for Turnbuckle Thursday. I got my test ready for you. But I'll be back in a couple minutes. I'm not going to run the closeout video for this one since we're doing another show right after this. So please, don't go anywhere. See you all in about 10 minutes.